Okay, so before we get into the video, make sure to like up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, turn post notifications on. And this is a picture of, I think they call it the Southside Vipers. I'm digging the Southside Vipers more than anything, man. I'm digging it. So this may be what I'm rolling with when I get my PS5, whenever they release a new wave. But in this clip, you're gonna hear the full breakdown of Ronnie 2K breaking down the entire trailer. He's gonna break the entire trailer down, and he's gonna break down the mayors and how the mayors and stuff operate. So with that being said, man, peace, and I'm out, man. I catch y'all on the next one, but listen to Ronnie 2K, man.
Ronnie 2K, as always. Guys, what a reveal today with the city. Welcome everyone to the city. I'm so excited to break this down. All the info we dropped today. It's one of the most ambitious things we've ever done. It's so much bigger, helps connect players around the world, and creates a community. You guys know that one of the big reasons that Affiliations went away for a while was to not split the community. Well, we finally figured out how to do it, and that's in part to the next-gen technology, and I'm so excited that we can finally bring Affiliations back. And then, of course, we'll talk about that a lot more in a second, but the design, I mean, it resembles a modern-day metropolis, complete with towering skyscrapers, sprawling plazas, and a city center. Oh, and it houses 4 distinct boroughs that are controlled by 4 affiliations. Yes, the affiliations are back, and they're rivals, and I could not be more excited for that. So let's get into some of what we're looking at. What did you guys think, first of all? I mean, I'm so excited that it's back, but I'm really curious what people are saying today. You're just going to be so blown away by the size of it. Obviously, the trailer just captures a little piece of it, but it's just crazy for the dev team that has built 2 games in a pandemic. I mean, kudos to our exceptional development team. Year after year, they really bring it, and they also give you the tools to make your player feel really authentic. And so there's going to be a lot of different players, both from game styles to what they look like and what they're wearing and what they're riding around in. It's just super exciting. Lots of crazy things in this trailer to see. I'll be talking more in depth. I'm going to be taking more in-depth looks at the city soon, so stay here, subscribe to my YouTube. I'm going to be doing city tours of the affiliations, and so much more. Talk about my favorite builds, talk about career, talk about a lot of stuff. So it's, you know, if you want to subscribe if you haven't already. So let's get into it. The city is huge. The return of affiliations may be just as big, if not bigger. It's one of the most requested features from the NBA 2K community. I was listening, I was looking at it, so was the development team, to try to get affiliation-based gameplay. Like I said, it was tough on current gen, but here we are in next gen, where the technology is going to allow us to build cities as we speak. You know, Mike Wang talked about it a lot with load times earlier, and we're incredibly excited to bring it back in a meaningful way that allows you guys to be competitive, but also just enjoy a huge space, something we've wanted to bring back and do for a while. Yeah, it's just, I'm so blown away and so excited. So, let's start with the basics of the affiliations. There's 4 of them, as you, I'm sure, have heard. The Northside Knights, the South City Vipers, the Beasts of the East, and the Western Wildcats. Each of them has their dedicated borough and set of affiliation courts within the city. You'll be assigned one of these 4 rival factions, and you'll also, you know, have different music, different vibe, different feel. If you don't land in the affiliation of your choice, you can always try to head to the city hall of the affiliation you're interested in joining and file a transfer request. The penalty for changing your affiliation is your rep level will reset all the way down to Pro 1. This is pretty similar to when we had affiliations back in the game in 2K17. I would definitely encourage you to think long and hard before abandoning your team to jump ship. I mean, we're going to have some amazing mayors and lots of competition. We'll get into the mayors in a minute, but lots of competition in each affiliation. So try to get into affiliation and rep that affiliation, do it well. Of course, you know, if you need to, then you're going to take the penalty of resetting your rep. So make sure you know what you want to do. At the core of Affiliations gameplay, of course, is Rivalry and Competition. It's us versus them. Which affiliation will be the best? We've designed this experience to be an ever-present grapple among the 4 affiliations, the Knights, the Vipers, the Beasts, and the Wildcats, for bragging rights within the city. Here's what in play as you represent your affiliation. Lots in play. Of course, player rep. Playing in your affiliation has its advantages that you will get your maximum rep if you're playing in other affiliations. And look, you know, we know that you guys want to play with your friends, but we also want you to represent your affiliation. You'll earn a lot less rep if you go play in rival affiliations. Rep your city, play in your city, enjoy it. But of course, we have rival days, which is also a concept from before. The final 2 weeks of every mayor term, again, talking about mayors in a little bit, will feature the culmination of a series of events that crowns the affiliation to run the city. Rival Day Conquest is a key event where all rep earning restrictions are removed from the city, and you can invade every other borough with your teammates and take hold of the courts. Of course, keep a close eye on the leaderboard. At the end of Rival Day Conquest, the 4 affiliations will be ranked by score and seeded for the culmination of the city of the season and the Rival Day Championship. It's of course going to be all about the competition. And then the Rival Day Championship takes place in the event center. You probably saw that, the big building in the middle. The final piece of the puzzle to find out who is the true champion of the city for that mayoral term. And you'll battle against other affiliations in this kind of event. And it's cool that it's going to happen, you know, after every mayor term. We're going to generate a lot of excitement around these couple weeks. And then, of course, this Rival Day Championship. And we'll see what happens when somebody wins. The spoils of the city await you. You're going to pick up prizing as individuals. Enjoy that free VC if you can win. And you know, your mayor is going to be rewarded to deck out your borough in a better way so that you can continue to kind of like be the star among all the affiliations. We want to reward you properly for doing that. So it's pretty dope, and it's going to drive people to want to win. Sorry about Sophie squeaking. Of course, I'm doing this at home, but I wanted to get you the information. And I've mentioned mayors over and over again, so I think I should probably talk about that a little bit. By now, you may have heard who the mayors are, but I would love if you are seeing this video at the beginning, and thank you for subscribing. And of course, it's going to start with this first term with these 4 individuals, which will be announced later today, if you're watching this on the same day, who are going to be the mayors of the affiliations. But really, what is the power of the mayor? That's the more important part. They'll be very influential as a player in your affiliation to what happens every single day. So, how do they become elected? Of course, we picked the first few, but now it's you know, then it's going to be your choice after terms. So, mayors are responsible for several things: affiliation videos. They'll be talking about, you know, things that are happening in our core. Try to get you guys to rally around the affiliation, motivate some of the people that are struggling in the affiliation so that they can perform better. And, you know, it's all about driving that competition. So they are going to be the flag bearer of trying to drive what is ultimately important, which is W's. You got to get those W's. Mayors also curate custom music playlists, something the team and I have been working on to give these different affiliations, you know, different vibes. And it's a great feature that, you know, you can create your own vibe based on the selections of the mayor. But I mean, he's defining it, and as you move from one affiliation to another, you'll hear the music fade away from one and go into the other one, which is a really cool experience, walking around, of course, the very large city. The mayors also control the court design, especially when affiliations win and they're rewarded with new items. So winning affiliations, not surprisingly, are going to have better looking courts. And will they choose a thematic design that's actually based on the mascot, or are they going to go a different way? Are they going to go with NBA teams? I mean, here's the thing though, mayors have to do right by you guys. You guys, they have to think about their own community because they have to want to get reelected. It's going to be interesting. I can't wait to see how you guys handle voting for mayors, and I wonder if the mayor is going to make it through the entire time of 2K21. And you know what's awesome? Like, everybody's all about logos and the need to get a logo, and you know, it's kind of awesome that now there's another thing that people are going to be trying to get, which is to be the mayor and all the power that comes with it. Continuing on with the powers, mural designs, you can make it look highly stylized and really set the tone when rival players come to visit, so that you are the envy of them. Gotta create that jealousy. And then uniform selection. When it comes time to battle head-to-head, the mayor actually picks the uniform. So you work on, you know, the look and feel as you go and face your rivals. And it's all about dressing for success. And it'll be, I mean, rival days were such a huge feature back in the day. They're going to be extremely monumental during this time, and I'm going to really enjoy watching the competition during rival days. Mayors will also be interacting with constituents, meaning you guys, with polls and messaging. It's built directly into the menu system, and of course I'm sure voting is as well. And speaking of voting, so we hand selected the initial candidates. Spent a lot of time thinking about this with Constant and the dev team, and you know, you're very aware of the four of them, and I'm sure they're going to do a great job. They're going to be leading the charge for setting the tone for the affiliations, but also what the mayor program looks like. But they're not permanent. Every 6 weeks, we're going to have an election week where you guys, representing your own affiliation, can vote who the next mayor is. Interesting week with voting, and it's going to be interesting in our game every 6 weeks as we run out with terms. Extremely exciting. I mean, I think of all the features in the game this year, I'm going to love the peak in conversation every 6 weeks around voting time, and see how you guys want to pick whether a mayor stays or whether a mayor is booted out of office. Well, I guess we'll have to see. So anyway, this is my first video breaking it down. I'm going to have more, like I said, so please, please, please subscribe, and I'm going to have more of these as for the next few weeks. I'm going to try to do a video, you know, every day, every other day, something like that. Trying to pack in as much information, be as, you know, valuable to you guys as I can. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this first video. I'm sure you guys are all really excited. I am very excited. You know, we had been sitting on this for months, and it was really, really difficult. But again, kudos to our amazing development team for just pulling off this monumental success. I'm just so blessed to work with a really great gang of guys. So anyway, thank you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. More to come in my next video, so subscribe now.